My man do not want me to wear no makeup.
I was gonna say, because people have been saying since y'all got together. Don't worry, we don't get to him. But people have been saying since y'all got together, you've been like bare face, real hair. Is that accurate to say that since you got together, you've been embracing that more?
When Kash Doll finally confirmed what fans had been whispering about for months, it hit like a thunderclap. After all the Instagram smiles, the expensive gifts, and the it couple energy, she and Za'Darius Smith are officially done. Not on a break, not working through it, completely over. Their story started off like a dream. Kash popped out with Za'Darius around early 2025, glowing, laughing, finally acting like she found someone who matched her energy. He was the calm to her confidence, the football star who could handle a boss chick. And Kash? She was all in. She even bought him a brand new luxury truck for his birthday, a big public gesture that screamed this one's different. But by October, the fairy tale had started to fade. The smiles in her pictures got smaller. The captions started sounding more tired. And when fans noticed Za'Darius hadn't been around in any of her posts for weeks, the rumors started flying that the romance had ended, and Kash just didn't want to say it out loud yet.
Kash Doll, where that man at? Like, no, for real. Where is that man? Because at the end of the day, y'all, we have been seeing Kash Doll post by herself, just dead. And at the end of the day, I did see that quote that she posted the other day when she was like, broke niggas, something, rich niggas try to control you. And she was talking about Za'Darius. I know she was talking about Za'Darius. And she ain't posted with that man this whole time. It was her best friend's birthday. We didn't see birthdays, Thanksgiving, holidays. And she ain't been with that man. So you know what that tells me? They done broke up. And she ain't letting us know this time because at the end of the day, she trying to make sure that she completely done. She said, you know what? This time they ain't gonna get me. This time I'm gonna make sure I'm completely done with this man before I get to saying that I'm done with him, okay? And y'all, so what do y'all think about this? And then y'all already know if Tracy T come out saying, I gotta play the tuition again, we know what's up. If Tracy T come out and saying, if he do anything about talking about Kash Doll and not getting in the booth doing what he's actually supposed to be doing, they done broke up. They done broke up. Y'all.
Then this week, she finally did. No essay, no explanation. Just one simple line that said everything. I'm single as FX. It was the confirmation everyone needed. But it also set the internet on fire. Because right before she made that post, Kash had uploaded a story of herself holding a dozen roses while riding in a car with another man. Fans immediately jumped to conclusions. The Shade Room reposted it, and comments exploded with theories. Some people were congratulating her on moving on, while others accused her of trying to make Za'Darius jealous.
This was still across my desk or whatever or whatnot. Kash Doll and what his name, Za'Darius, whatever his goddamn name is, I don't actually know how to say his name, but they have broke up. They said that he left Kash Doll. And the reason why he left Kash Doll is because of Tracy T. Said that she, this is what came to me now, said that she still love him and this is that. She not finna take me through this and that. Remind y'all, when he broke up with her, when she bought Za'Darius a $300,000 truck. Allegedly. Everything I say is allegedly. But yep, that's what's going on, honey. Tracy T been keeping up a lot of mess too, honey, but that's another thing that we're gonna talk about.
The internet didn't even have time to breathe before Kash jumped back on her story to clear things up. She explained that the guy in the video was just someone she worked with, nothing romantic. Still, the roses and that soft smile in the clip, it didn't exactly scream strictly business. And whether Kash wanted it or not, Za'Darius clearly caught wind of it too.
Keisha girl, what is Za'Darius out there doing hanging out with the fucking baddies and YK nieces and shit? What the fuck is he doing in sections and shit? He don't got no game. The football season is over. What's going on? I'm not understanding. Man, where's you at, sis? I don't see you, Jazz, Kendra. I don't see no Kash, Keish. I don't like that. Get rid of him. He's out of here. Hanging with baddies and in sections with baddies and Y2K. Y'all still together? Because if you like it, I love it. Fuck it, 2 peas in a bucket. But I'm not liking this. Yikesies. What the fuck is going on? I need you to pick up the phone. I need you to let us know. Because your last couple posts gave, I'm very single. Like, I don't know. I felt it. I read that Pisces energy. Oh, I felt it. Then I see this. That confirming stuff for me. What's going on, sis? Let me know. I'm going to hit you in the DM because me and you, we cool. We cool.
Instead of addressing her directly, He reposted a cryptic message, something about protecting your peace and keeping your heart private. Fans read between every single line. They said he was embarrassed that she went public first. Some thought he didn't expect her to confirm the breakup at all, especially after everything she'd done for him. Because let's not forget, Kash had gone all out for this man. The $300,000 truck wasn't a rumor. She'd filmed the surprise, smiling ear to ear while handing over the keys. She was proud, loud, and in love. But the internet has a long memory, and now that video feels like a whole new level of painful. What made things worse was how quickly fans dragged her right back into her past. Within hours, TikTok started popping up connecting the breakup to her baby daddy, Tracy T. That's the part nobody wanted to say out loud. That maybe Kash was never really done with him. Tracy T's name has been floating around Kash's business for years. They've got kids together, shared history, and unfinished feelings that everyone can see from a mile away. Now, fans were convinced that Za'Darius saw it too. That he got tired of competing with a ghost she never really buried. One viral TikTok said exactly what everyone else was thinking, that Za'Darius was done being in a love triangle. Another called it karma, saying Kash was repeating the same pattern, rushing from one man to another without ever truly healing. And the timing made everything worse. Because just when people thought she was in her soft girl era, she started posting little messages that felt personal. Things like, "Nobody's gonna dim my light," and "You can leave as fast as you came." Fans were connecting the dots faster than she could delete the comments. At that point, Kash didn't even need to name names. The tone said it all. She was hurt, but trying to sound unbothered. Still, her live told a different story. She got on Instagram and started talking about how men love to insert themselves into women's lives without matching the same energy. She said, "They see you hustling, see you taking care of yourself, but still try to control something that was never theirs to begin with." The way she said it, calm but cutting, made it obvious she wasn't just talking in general. And it didn't stop there. Fans started bringing back old clips from her interviews, especially the one where she admitted that her man didn't want her wearing makeup. People noticed how different she'd looked since dating Za'Darius. Less glam, more natural, and not really herself. To her fans, that said everything. They felt like he'd tried to change her, to tone her down. One comment summed it up perfectly. He fell for Kash Doll, but wanted to turn her into someone else. That's when the sympathy started to shift. Suddenly, Kash wasn't being roasted. She was being defended. People started saying she'd lost herself trying to make someone else comfortable, that she gave too much too soon and got too little in return. And if you look back, the signs were always there. Every relationship she's been in, Kash leads with love. Loud, giving, and loyal. But this time, it seems like the loyalty wasn't returned. Now, the internet's watching her try to rebuild her image again, posting selfies, showing up to events, smiling through it all. But behind that confident energy, everyone can sense there's still something unresolved, because Tracy T's name just won't stay out the mix. And as much as Kash is trying to move on, the whispers about her baby daddy and Za'Darius' jealousy are only getting louder. The second Kash confirmed she was single, it was like the floodgates opened. Suddenly, every TikTok timeline, every gossip blog, every neighborhood talk account had a new theory. And one name kept showing up over and over again, Tracy T. People started digging through old videos, comparing timestamps, and realizing something was off. There were moments when Kash claimed she was fully moved on, but Tracy was still showing up in her comments, liking old pictures, even referencing her in freestyles. That's when fans started connecting the dots. Maybe Za'Darius wasn't crazy for feeling insecure. It got even more suspicious when someone pulled up a clip from Tracy's live performance just weeks before the breakup, where he slipped her name into a freestyle. Fans didn't miss a thing. They clipped it, slowed it down, and posted it with captions like, "Oh, he knew what he was doing." And it wasn't just about the lyrics. It was the smirk afterward. The look of a man who knew he still had power over his ex. Meanwhile, Kash was doing what she always does, acting unbothered, but making it real obvious something was bothering her. She started reposting soft life quotes about peace, growth, and letting go of people who disturb your spirit. But the tone didn't feel calm. It felt like someone trying to convince themselves they were okay. And that's when the real drama kicked in. Out of nowhere, one of Za'Darius' friends went live on Instagram, talking about how men just want peace, not problems, and how some women can't let their past go. He didn't mention Kash by name, but come on, it was obvious. Fans rushed to the comments calling him messy, saying he was trying to defend his boy's ego after the breakup. But if you read between the lines, it was clear they were hinting that Tracy had been a constant shadow in Kash and Za'Darius' relationship. Then came another layer of chaos. Fans started resurfacing the truck video. Remember that massive $300,000 gift Kash gave Za'Darius? People noticed that she'd quietly deleted that post, along with every picture of them together. That alone told the story. You don't erase someone from your grid unless you're really done. Still, the internet wasn't ready to let it go. TikTok detectives kept stitching together clues like this was a true crime investigation. One clip showed Kash at her best friend's birthday, alone, smiling, but noticeably different. No Za'Darius, no matching fits, no "my man, my piece" captions. Just Kash and her girls. The creator overlaid it with a voiceover saying, "She's glowing again. She's back to herself." The comments under that one were full of women cheering her on, calling it her reclaiming era. But not everyone was on her side. Some fans felt like she played victim too easily. They said she jumped into relationships too fast, tried too hard to prove she'd won after Tracy, and ended up getting embarrassed publicly. Again. Still, the real sting came when one blogger went live claiming Za'Darius felt like Kash never stopped comparing him to her ex. That everything he did, every argument, every gift, every little thing, somehow circled back to Tracy. Supposedly, he even told his circle that she was still emotionally attached to her baby daddy, and he couldn't take it anymore. Now, whether that's true or not, the damage was done. The narrative shifted fast, from Kash got dumped to Kash can't let go. But then Kash did something that threw everyone off. Instead of clapping back directly, she dropped a video that felt too intentional to be a coincidence. It was just her in glam, hair laid, makeup back, full look, mouthing along to a sound that said, "I know you missed me, but you fumbled." The comments went wild. Fans were split down the middle. Half of them said she was reclaiming her power. The other half said she was still pressed. But one thing was certain. She was back to her old self. The glam was back. The confidence was loud again, and that soft, natural girl vibe she had with Za'Darius, gone. And if there was any doubt left that she was completely done with him, she erased it a few days later when she went live again. Laughing, sipping wine, talking to her fans about how men love to act like they want strong women until they realize what strong actually looks like. She didn't name names, but she didn't need to. The message was crystal clear. Still, Za'Darius wasn't going quietly. A fan caught him on video at a nightclub surrounded by women. Not teammates, not cousins, women. And the look on his face said everything. He looked free, like a man who'd just been waiting for the chance to be single again. That clip made its way to TikTok within hours. And of course, someone added the caption, "This the same man she bought a $300,000 truck for?" The video hit 1 million views in less than a day. From there, things only spiraled further. Another blogger, the same one who leaked the breakup story, came back claiming that Za'Darius had told people Kash was too much, that she made everything public, and that he didn't sign up for that. But fans weren't buying it. They were calling him ungrateful, saying he loved the clout when she was posting him. But the moment she stopped, he couldn't handle it. And just when it looked like the internet was ready to move on, Tracy T popped back up like clockwork. He went live playing a snippet of an unreleased song, and in the lyrics, there was a line about a queen who forgot where home was. The comments blew up instantly. Everyone knew who he meant. Kash didn't respond directly, but her next story said enough. She posted a short clip of her walking into her house, hair flawless, captioned, "Peace looks good on me." But the truth? Behind that calm energy, people could feel the tension bubbling. Because while she was trying to move on, both of the men in her life, her ex and her baby daddy, were out here using her name for attention. And Kash Doll may be quiet now, but her silence always means one thing. She's plotting her next move. Because if there's one thing about her, she doesn't stay down long. But the next step she takes, that's where things start to twist all over again. And this time, it's not just about heartbreak. It's about redemption, reputation, and who's really winning when the spotlight fades. After weeks of online chaos, Kash Doll finally decided to flip the script. The breakup had played out in public. Every rumor, every TikTok, every shady post. But Kash wasn't about to let the last image people had of her be a woman crying over a man she outgrew. She'd been quiet long enough. Her first move wasn't a tweet or a statement. It was an appearance. She showed up to a Detroit charity gala in full glam, diamond curls, skin glowing, dress sculpted like armor. Cameras followed her every move, and the moment she smiled, the narrative changed. Gone was the girl explaining herself online. She was back to being Kash Doll, confident, unbothered, untouchable. Social media ate it up. Clips from the red carpet flooded every gossip page. The comments were full of fire emojis and "She's glowing different." Even people who dragged her during the breakup started backtracking, saying she'd handled herself with grace. But what really hit was what came next. Kash dropped a teaser for a new single called Control Issues. The snippet alone had everyone talking. It wasn't subtle. She talked about giving her all to someone who wanted peace but couldn't handle power. It was raw, melodic, and petty in the best way. Fans instantly tied the lyrics to Za'Darius and Tracy T. Within hours, the sound had gone viral on TikTok. Women were using it in videos about their own breakups, calling it their new anthem. Kash didn't have to name names anymore. The music did it for her. Meanwhile, Za'Darius tried to play the cool card. He posted photos from training camps surrounded by teammates, pretending like life was good. But you could feel the tension in his captions. Little jabs about keeping your circle small, and some people love attention more than love. Fans weren't fooled. The same comment kept showing up under every post. Sir, you lost a boss, not a follower. Then just when things seemed to settle, Tracy T re-entered the spotlight again, this time in an interview. The host asked him about co-parenting, and instead of keeping it simple, he got slick. He said he'd always have love and respect for the mother of his kids, but the grin that followed, it was pure ego. Like he was proud that his name was still orbiting hers. People immediately called it out, saying he was clout chasing, trying to ride her wave now that she was trending again. Kash didn't respond directly, but she didn't have to. Her silence was the response. Behind the scenes, insiders started whispering that she'd cut off all contact with both men unless it was about her kids. No more arguments, no more social media jabs, just business. And honestly, that move alone earned her more respect than any clapback ever could. By February, Kash was fully in her rebrand era. New music, new look, and most importantly, new energy. The girl who once cried over men who dimmed her shine was now surrounded by women who helped her polish it. She started hosting beauty events again, collaborating with brands, and even dropped a motivational caption that hit hard across social media. You can't lose a man who wasn't built to keep up. That one line went everywhere. It became the quote of the week. Screenshots, reposts, TikToks, everyone used it. The message was clear. She'd reclaimed her story. Za'Darius, on the other hand, was barely being mentioned. His own fans had started clowning him for letting Kash slip away. And when his ex tried to throw shade by posting a gym selfie with the caption, "Peace looks better on me," it only made him look more pressed. The tables had officially turned. By spring, Kash had turned what looked like a messy heartbreak into momentum. She started speaking openly about growth, love, and self-respect. Not in interviews, but in her music. Every lyric felt like a chapter in her comeback. Every photo felt like a statement. The glam was back, but this time it wasn't for validation. It was her armor. And that's the real story here. Kash Doll didn't just survive another public breakup. She flipped it into a brand new beginning. She reminded everyone watching that being knocked down doesn't mean you're done. It just means the next version of you is about to be unstoppable. So while Za'Darius is out here playing damage control and Tracy T's still trying to stir the pot, Kash is back on her throne. And this time, she's not sharing the seat with anyone. Because if there's one thing the industry should have learned by now, it's that Kash Doll always gets the last word. And when she speaks, the whole internet listens. Like, comment, and subscribe, because this saga might be wrapping up. But you already know, in this world of love, fame, and ego, the next headline is always just one post away.